Alright, hello everyone, and welcome to part 1 of Skyward Blaze. So, I haven't recorded Snowbreak in a little bit. Well, since the new year, I guess. So, about a month well, probably less than a month. But still, it's been a while. So, I got plenty of this, and I didn't do anything for the day, so we're just gonna be marathoning this. I already selected my stuff, and we're just gonna go right into this. I did progress 1 on my own, just because... Just wanted to do that on my own. I saw this little thing before, but I didn't start fighting. But this is cool. Not done anything like this before. It's like a little intro scene. It's cool. Hello, sirs. Oh wait, are you guys fine? I'll stay... Okay, never mind. Don't try that with me, you know who I am. Blue Bolt the mercenary, you're late. Watch your tone when you're talking to me, urchin. Oh, never mind, that's her, sorry. I need to pay attention. Be nice if there was, like, text colors. At least one, like... Oh, anyway, watch your tone when you're talking to me, urchin. Lowering the price is the least your boss can do. I brought the girl, where are the others? Inside in the second room. Okay, so they're dinguses, but... Okay. Talk to W... or, sorry, what was this? I'm so used to saying W. I remember in the last episode I looked up what it stood for. Greek letters. Where is it? Oh, it's Omega. It's so weird. Omega's body. Walking in alone like this. I don't know if you're brave or just stupid. What do you mean? Trying to double cross me? Think twice if I were you. Blue Bolt, you think you're pretty smart, huh? You thought you disguised yourself well enough that his lordship, Omega, wouldn't recognize you, hmm? You really shouldn't have come here, Katya Klein. Heh. Take a good look. Compose yourself. Don't waste your time resisting. How many values their life so little is unworthy of standing before me? Okay. Well, I'm just, do that, and that, and that. Oh, okay. Come on, there we go. Easy. Okay, I'll go this way. Okay, this crossbolt shreds through these guys who usually are resistant. Oh hell, I almost ran right off. Okay. And let's get some boo-boo action. Me when I get hurt. I don't know what I'm saying. My joke's so bad. Anyway. Alright, I should be able to just melt these guys. Okay. There we go. Oh, okay. Still more. Drones. Okay, it's just drones left. Easy. Okay, well. Boom. Wait, there's still one left? Where? Oh, behind here. Oh, hello. Bye-bye. Right, get ready for what's coming to you, scumbag. Oh, wait, I need to go back up here. Going to make you pay. Okay. Snowstorm Space Shuttle. Okay. I don't see any space shuttle. I see an end of level though. Okay, another, what we combat mission? We'll just throw in Boo Boo and... You're not at max friendship, right? I don't think you are. We'll put you in their chair now. Alright. We just, oh. Come on. How did he find out? Let's go back for her. I need to find a way out of here first. Okay. These guys are all dead. Okay. Here is... Oh. Okay, I wanted to... Frick off. Direct. I'm not gonna waste my precious time on you. Oh, hell. What? Okay. Oh, lame, but whatever. We're just gonna... Okay, I killed him. Okay. Well, this will be easy. Alright, go through here. Yes, I know how to jump. It was literally in midair when you told me that. Okay, killed those guys. Escape route is down below Miss Mr. Yeah, I can speak words. There are too many eyes on this place. Okay. And now we're gonna just shred them. Alright, easy peasy. Okay. Well, maybe not easy peasy. Boom. And lastly... Yes, I'm jumping through here. What in the poppy playtime this is this? Looks like the friggin' corridor I'm about to get chased down. Okay, hopefully... Yes, alright, we're getting actual story now. Oh, hello, Fenny. We're back at the main lab. I really don't get it. Every second counts and you're just twiddling your thumbs. Take a page from my book and throw everything you got at them. Kill every last one of them. It isn't over until they're dust. People really don't have any brains when they're mad. What did you say? I'm saying you got even dumber, Fanny. Whoever takes risks is the smartest, and I end up battered and bruised all over every single time. Hey, Wednesday, what do you think? Why are you holding that thing? To think, powerful Heimdall operatives like us need to rely on this here to save the adjutant. This is a piece of the special Mori fragment recovered from the Titan you destroyed. You three need to get over there as soon as possible and hand it over to Finney. Let him try to absorb it and then transform it. If he is able to do this, then he has a chance of uprooting that tree. And if he fails? Life, you can already see part of Valhalla connected to the tree in Yaris, correct? To a certain extent, you and Finney are now sharing the same view. After entering Northwind Aerospace Center, you will come to understand the closer you get to the tree, the clearer your and his vision will become. However, the mental pressure will also grow more intense. At most, this sample can help him familiarize with how to enter that world. If he gets lost in that space, you'll be his only hope. Everyone is doing something they still haven't mastered. Hey, quick, hide that thing. Looks like it's too late. A series of raucous footsteps sounded in the hallway outside of the weapons workshop door before Acacia could finish speaking. The door flew open and a group of heavily armed security department employees nervously drew their weapons. Caroline stood in front of all of them with a somber expression. I knew it was you guys, but thank goodness for that. Alright guys, all clear here. How could there possibly be any Titan contamination link in the company, right? Security department employees who had raced there because they had detected high concentration of hydrogen looked around at one another and then left in a huff at Caroline's insistence. You guys. Is the aircraft ready? That's exactly why I'm here. It's ready. Miss Wednesday, we all know you missed the action, but you still can't take that thing out on company grounds. And she leaves without saying anything. Oh, and so do they. Hey, hey! I love Caroline. Underrated character. Anyways. She's just being cold. Who knows why? Just forget it. To talk Acacia. Anyways. The three fully equipped operatives proudly strode out of the Eatchel front door. They would fly over to the Northwind Aerospace Center as quickly as possible, regardless of the risk it entailed. The girls had to save the most important person to them. Then they would help him confront the enemy behind everything that had happened recently. The Vanguard squad led by Life has already left. We just need to hold out for 6 more hours. That's too long. Omega could take Eatchel's body any minute. If he succeeds, he can use her physical character, the fully activated tree, to grant himself immortality. If that happens, no one can stop him. A tyrant with immortality and an army powered by hydrogen. Eatchel's in the lab by the command center now, but we're on the lowest level of the entire base. In that case, the shortest path to Eatchel would be... Oh. A shrill ringing sound suddenly interrupted our deployment, and Insidious laugh followed the broadcast through the old-fashioned speakers hidden on the ceiling. Looks like these rats don't know when to escape. They want to steal something even if it costs them their lives. Omega. Well, since you all want to be to use and desire an official position in the new imminent empire I am creating, then start begging on your hands and knees and calmly accept your death. That's true. Gunfire outside the window of the quarantine room. Well, the cursed voice. Almost instantaneously, Tess pushed on my neck to press me down, while Katya and Haru fired back without any hesitation. Coronel Sergeant. Fire with full force. Don't let up. Don't leave anyone alive other than the High Bell Adjutant. Yes, sir. The cold remarks outside the door sounded like a kind of verdict. Even so, there seemed to be a trace of life in those words. Our enemy was frightened by their supernatural power manifestations. Yet, because they wanted me alive, they paused before attacking and avoided using more destructive... Oh shit. More destructive weaponry. Oh, okay. But why do they want to spare me? Looks like they're only using light weapons. Captain Haru, I can run out there and act as a diversion. Stay down and keep still. Find cover and protect the adjutant. If you want to return fire, aim for their muzzle flash. Katya Klein? Katya Klein, do you copy? Relax, Naruse Haru. I know what you want me to do. Oh. Phew. Done. Gunfire continued to light up the dim room as Katya's voice sounded over our heads. The animal hunter had avoided all attention by dangling upside down from the ceiling. Oh jeez. Then she instantly shot the enemies close to the doors and windows with her crossbow bolts, giving us a temporary opening amidst the gunfire. Your turn, Naruse Haru. Now. Oh. That was piece cake for her. Her sword sliced through the air like a sharp gust. Several enemies who intended on rushing forward were dead before they even got the chance to draw their guns. I wouldn't call what she has swords, but they're blades, for sure. Haru jumped out of a broken window, and I suddenly felt a weightless sensation. Katya landed on the ground before she and Tess rushed out of the quarantine room, supporting me under my arms. Which way? That door up ahead on the right. Watch the corner. As Katya led the advance, she spun around and shot down 3 Quarana soldiers who had, who had poked their heads around the corner and begun shooting. Her bolts pierced right through the wall into their throats, scaring off anyone else from showing their face. Katya? Yeah? Do you think those will come in handy? I looked at Tess somewhat surprised. Her eyes gleamed as she stared at the miniature rockets and boosters sitting in a display cabinet in the hallway. You look like a pretty nice girl. Don't ruin the impression you made. Well, the magician always puts on the most unexpected performances. What are you guys talking about? Idiot, keep your head down and run. Okay then. Jeez. She suddenly shoved me and I staggered forward a few steps before I had time to recover. Haru grabbed my wrist and from up ahead and we barged through a door at the end of the hallway. Jeez. Behind me, Tess's magic card was flashing red as I heard a violent explosion. The red-haired magician dashed in and slammed the door shut, leaving only blazing flames scattered howls outside. Ta-da! Katya? Tess, proudly standing with her hands on her hips, suddenly overcome with panic when she noticed Katya hadn't raced in with her. I looked up and scanned the room. There was no signs of Katya in the empty workshop. Oh no! Did I mess up again? Katya? Your skills aren't bad. I'm sure you're even better on stage, huh? Just as Tess began to panic, Katya's voice suddenly sounded over communication. Judging by her calm tone, she was most likely completely fine. You scared me to death. I thought you got hurt in the explosion. Katya, where are you? I'm leading the enemy away from you. And I'm planning our next steps. She was clever, making the right choice for the current circumstances. Omega was turning up the heat. At a time like this, operating as a single group wasn't the best strategy. If we wanted to keep fighting, we needed someone to be our eyes. She was more familiar with the layout than we were, and her body could remain unaffected by Titagen, meaning she could move about more freely. Don't worry, Adjutant. I'm not going to bail on you. Katya, our top priority is save Eatchel. You know what I mean. You don't need to worry about that. I hoped she could momentarily control her hatred for Omega and not do anything too risky. Alright, the path to the upper level is clear. Leave from the back door of the workshop and head up the stairs. I'll be in front of you the whole time and won't stray too far. And watch your backs. If he doesn't have enough men in this base, Omega will probably call back the Coronado guys who were sent over to the bunker. It would be bad if you got sandwiched between them. You can say that again. She got up as soon as she finished talking. I inadvertently glanced over in the direction we'd come from, and I saw Tess staring at me with wide eyes. What's wrong? Captain Haru? Adjutant, you and Tess go on ahead. If anyone is following us, I'll handle them. She'd been holding my wrist ever since we came in. Now she was mumbling to herself with her head lowered, completely unaware that she had already lost control of her own body. Her massively strong grip on my wrist brought on a pain that struck me to the bone. It was also mixed with a sensation of stifling heaviness that was all too familiar. You're hurt. I reached up to hold her shoulder and effort to check her injury, but she immediately fell into me as soon as I touched her, like she had no strength left. Potent Titagen poured into me, and from every inch of her skin that was touching mine, and my vision and thoughts suddenly grew fuzzy. My feet went soft and I was unable to keep my balance. I simply hugged her as we fell to the ground together. My hand unconsciously holding her away suddenly felt something warm and slick. Adjutant! Captain Haru! Dazed, I could make out Tess running towards us in a panic. However, she seemed to be moving in slow motion. Her face filled with fear grew less and less distinct. I powerlessly lowered my gaze, spotting a long gash on Haru's waist where a stray bullet had grazed her. Blood was spurting from the wound, dripping over my palms and between my fingers. First it was Odin, and now Tyr. Who will be the next to suffer on your behalf? Edda? Keep on fighting, Adjutant. Do your best to harness this unexpected power. You'll just prove to yourself that everything, all of this, is for nothing. The ridiculing voice sounded close yet distant. While the image in front of my eyes was constantly being warped, without a doubt Haru was being flooded, and the recent changes to my body meant I was getting pulled into it. I had to do something. I wouldn't let the same disaster happen twice. Use a boulder inhibitor injection bullet. I mustered up all my strength as well as being the final vestiges of my consciousness to grab the emergency injection bullet in my pocket, but my vision was so blurred I had no idea where Haru was. Tess! Tess! Help! The clamorous shouts reverberating within my own heart diminished into uncontrollable murmurs by the time they left my lips. For a fleeting moment, I could see the image in front of me clearly. Omega's ambush forces poured into the massive rocket assembly workshop from all directions. Tess dragged Haru and me with one hand and fired at the enemies with the other. Damn, Tess is strong as fuck. Darn, escape magic? Come on, Tess Kotkin, think of a magic trick to help everyone escape. Sweat dripped from her forehead, sliding down her flushed face and down to her small round chin. It finally fell on my face and began to run into my eyes. I did everything in my power to hold on to this brief moment of consciousness, lifted the electric bullet in my hand and aimed at Haru. I didn't have time to load it into my gun, so I could only cross my fingers and pierce her with it directly. I knew my cerebrospinal fluid should be enough to dissolve the Chidijin overtaking her body. Is that going to work? Or is it too late? Get the hell out of here, you little brat. I can save her. I'm going to... Oh, the music. Adjutant. That's enough. This is it. The beautiful girl arm suddenly opened her eyes, turning to look at me. Haru, you... This close to one another, her eyes looked incredibly sharp. The expression she wore was totally different than before. I'm happy I was able to fight alongside you until today. What are you saying? Although I'm reluctant to go, this broken blade can no longer crave the tenderness and protection of its scabbard. Please remember me as I am now, and do what you must do. She lay there in my arms, saying things I couldn't understand that took my trembling hand in hers. I watched her helplessly as she flipped my wrist around and jabbed the injection bullet into my own body. What? Captain Haru? Get the adjutant out of here. Save Eatchel. Then what about you? Me? I'll give these guys a taste of tires fury. Or tires. I'm gonna run over them. Tears fury. I'm gonna say that's tear. Okay. Vortex. How long do we record? Ah, we got time. We got time for more. We do a little boo-boo. Whoa, these rockets. Well, I'm about to blow them sky high. Ba 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 ba. Oh, ba. Okay. The shield, not epic. Okay, you can leave me alone. Okay, that's... This is not working. Okay. And we're gonna fire that into that thing. Okay, yay. That worked. Okay, make the jump. And make the jump. Oh, parkour master. Oh, yep, there we go. Eh. Okay, this map is pretty cool. I like doing the parkour and like breaking through. Oh shit. Okay. Haha, I can shoot through that. Eatchel, hang in there. I'll save you, girl. Oh hell. Oh hell. Can't bring Eatchel, so I don't have a healer. I mean, there's, Yao, but, you know, they really need more healer. Why is there only, like, one good healer? I don't know, for, oh, for, what is it called? Neural simulation? I don't know, I feel like for that, we need another good healer, like Eatchel. That is, I thought that was a turret, I'm gonna be honest. I really did. Oh hell. Okay. Okay. Okay, come on. Just keep dodging. Oh hell. There's a lot of dudes coming in my ass. Wait, what? Okay, we're just gonna throw some cards, How about we, Alright. Come on. Come on, yeah, break through the barrier. Okay. And then we can finish these guys off. Come on. Boom. Alright, there we go. Oh. Okay, mission complete. I might have struggled with combat a little. Mainly due to lack of healer. But, we win these. This isn't good. Those manifestations are like monsters, so we could stop them. Heh, you guys are the inhuman monsters here. Damn. The magic card test struck the opponent in the forehead, and the bullet following closely behind pierced the Taijin crystal in his face. On his face. He slumped on the ground in an instant, and half his body evaporated in the blink of an eye. Eatchel? Eatchel! Over here. As I followed Tess into the lab, Katya was already pulling a crossbow bolt out of an enemy's heart as she stood next to a control panel wearing a somber expression. Switches of various sizes were densely laid onto the control panel, corresponding to the seemingly countless experimental pods in this room. From the fracture cracks in the exterior, I realized that the people soaking into the pods were all submerged in experimental chemicals, artificially creating experimental bodies infused with Taijin. Some were already slain by Katya's crossbolts, with the halves of their bodies filled with Taijin evaporating without a trace. Some were still trapped inside the experimental pods, but they seemed to have become lifeless vessels long ago. The largest of the experimental pods was the most warped and insidious of all. Pipes protruded out of it like an octopus's tentacles, connecting to other smaller pods. It seemed like the Taijin within the pod was too concentrated, causing it to leak out through the gaps in the exterior and form thick crystals on the surface. Eatchel Gustav was there. Oh, sorry, not Tess. Katya. What a deranged monster. Adjutant, we need to hurry. My head is killing me. Katya, get Tess out of here. Okay. I took out all the injection bullets I had left and shoved them into Tess's hand. Use these when you can't hold out any longer. It will help you press the Taijin in your body. I need you to get as clear a path out of here and stay as far away as you can while still providing me with support, okay? Okay. Katya? She stood off to one side, completely silent and staring at me with a complicated look in her eyes. Are you planning on doing this alone? Did you know there's such a high concentration of Taijin? Did you know there are such high concentrations of Taijin in this experimental pod that not even I can monitor it? That's precisely why I need you guys to follow my orders. You are part of the Heimdall force now, Katya Klein. I need you to follow orders. She didn't respond. Instead, she pulled out a unique crossbow bolt from her quiver and handed it to me. Okay. Break this after you rescue the girl. I'll come right away to get you and Eatchel out of this room. Katya had seemingly made up her mind. She turned around and left without a moment's hesitation. Good luck, Adjutant. Thank you, Tess. You're the best. After leaving me with those simple words of encouragement, Tess followed behind Katya. I turned around to face the horrific experimental pod. By then, I could clearly recognize some of the fragmented Taijin. It materialized as a mutilated, inhuman spots of light lingering on the pod, almost like prisoners stranded there. Let's go, Eatchel. Oh boy. Meanwhile, a series of booming, determined footsteps at the final entrance connecting the bunker to the outside world broke the persistent silence. Artyom, Your Grace, everything is ready. We are standing by for your orders. Artyom? What are we doing here? Combating foreign aggression, Your Grace. We, the proud people of Yaris, are simply taking actions to protect our home. What price have we paid? The blood of our countrymen, and the remains of the martyrs. Who will share this guilt, this burden with us? Heavy footsteps pounded a few more times, seemingly headed in a different direction. After some time, a voice sounded from the communicator once more. Everyone, Your Grace, the people of Yaris who have sworn their allegiances to you. Do it. Detonate. May the martyrs hear the cries of the invaders. It's up to you now, Adjutant. Let's see how far you can make it. Her expression full of exhaustion, Orlova narrowed her eyes and peered at the other set of surveillance videos on the communicator in her hand. The image was blurry, sourced from the helmet camera on a soldier whose corpse was splayed out on a laboratory control panel. The The half of his body that hadn't evaporated still retained his human appearance, and his loyalty to Brinty Peeper also remained unshaken. Okay. Adjutant, we cleared the hallway. There's an explosion under the bunker just now. Are you okay? Adjutant? Adjutant? I was currently focusing every bit of my energy on absorbing and transforming the Tydogen on the surface of the experimental pod. Doing something as simple as responding was... Okay, whoopsies. Wasn't possible. Okay, it's always one word that I'm missing. The control panel was completely obliterated. I would have to dissolve all the Tydogen on the surface of the pod with my body, then use brute force to open it. Listen to me. If you run into a dead end, break that crossbow bolt. The explosion in the bunker means someone else must be handling Omega right now. We can retreat if things aren't looking good. Eatchel's body is different from everyone else's. Even if she's in that experimental pod for a bit longer, she should be fine. We can make sure Omega's men haven't overtaken the lab again first. Then we can wait for the company to provide backup. It's not like you don't have a choice. She had to be joking. She wanted me to leave Eatchel here? To let her stay trapped in this horrible cage? No, I'm getting her out of here now. Open the experimental pod. An ear-splitting sound rang out as I dissolved the last trace of Tydogen on the exterior of the pod. The mass structure in front of me slowly opened like a pressure relief valve that was loosened. The Tydogen within the pod was like a pool of stagnant water. Eatchel's petite body lay quietly in the viscous, sticky filth, while her eyes were shut tightly. Eatchel? Oh. I reached out and slowly began to pull her out. The girl in my arms was so light that I could barely feel her. A somewhat troubled expression seemed to flash across her tranquil and blemished face. Lying silent on her arms, she was like a kitten having a nightmare. I wanted to snap Kratia's crossbow bolt immediately and ever get me and Eatchel out of there. However, the pure Tydogen acted as an invisible chain, tethering me in place. I was unable to move a muscle. Adjutant? It smells good. It smells like the adjutant. Eatchel mumbled softly in my arms. She then shifted slightly and moved her face closer to my chest. Adjutant, you finally came. I'm so tired. I've been waiting for you. I didn't lose to those bad things. Hey kiddo, wake up, I'm here. I wanted to talk to her, to wake her up, to let her know I would protect her and never let anyone hurt her ever again. But I could only recite these simple promises to myself in my mind, and even that was becoming near impossible. My body was almost completely saturated with Tydogen. Perhaps I wouldn't be able to hold out another second. Maybe I would fall into the pool of stagnant liquid in front of me, merging with the evil within. I heard you. You don't need to speak, Adjutant. I can hear you. She slowly opened her eyes, her gaze full of innocence and condemnation as she squinted. Eatchel's so adorable, man. Adjutant, you're a hero and a dummy. I'm not a hero, Eatchel, I'm just a dummy. I don't know if I can get you out of here. I could hardly hang on any longer. I was devastated, furious, disoriented, and completely overwhelmed. I couldn't even tell if these emotions were my own or if they were simply a result of the Tydogen inundating my body. Don't resist them. Don't remember them either. That way they won't hurt you. Eatchel said this unprompted, like she could sense what I was thinking. Don't escape with me. I don't want to run away anymore. Take me to the bad guys. I'll help you burn them to the ground. Kratia, I can't handle it anymore. I need to go in and see what's happening. No, the Tydogen contamination is so heavily concentrated in there, we won't even be able to handle getting close to that room. If you're going, so am I. Wait a second. What's this feeling? Is that girl going to... Tess, get out of the way! Whoa! Eatchel? What are you doing? Get behind me. I promised my hero that I'd help everyone burn those bad guys to the ground. Fierce flames erupted from the girl's body, ravaging the invaders like a snake spitting venom, transforming them to nothing more than a pile of ash in an instant. It also hit me, as I refused to let go of Eatchel. That little weasel! Not only did Dr. Kent escape, but he took most of the experimental data with him. We were distracted by the explosion in the bunker at the time. We weren't paying much attention to him, and the team responsible for monitoring him has vanished as well. Judging from the scene, it looks like an outsider who is rather familiar with this place infiltrated it and got him out. Where did they leave from? They cut through the wall, a small unit but clearly professionals. In under 2 minutes, they had gotten Dr. Kent into a cryopod and left via aircraft. I know exactly who's behind this. Mr. Omega, Dutch Zorloba is not qualified for this, and Brentzi Prebor wouldn't exhibit this type of behavior. It isn't her. It's an old group of friends who always profess their support for me. Listen to me. No matter what it takes, you Quarana need to guard all entrances and exits to the base. No one else comes in. The plan is almost complete. Even if I don't have Gustav's descendant, I still have other vessels. With the results of our experiment, my immortality and greater cause are all but guaranteed. Now I need to fully activate the tree and force out these impetus intruders. I just need you all to help me hold out until then. While careful planning is indispensable, you still need to look at the reality of the situation, Mr. Omega. Orlova just blew up the bunker with most of our men inside. Commander Rosen knew you led Quarana to Saints' heavy losses. How dare you speak to me like that? General Adrian has called up more troops from the military's garrison in the capital. Orlova's resistance army is attacking us like they have nothing to lose, and the Eatchel is also getting involved. As an individual with a singular plan, you've made enemies of the military, Eatchel, and the local restorationist faction. I don't need a puny advisor like you to remind me of the consequences of whether I win or lose. Your Commander Rosen is also aware of everything you just said. So return to your post immediately and do as you're told. We can help you hold out for another 12 hours at most. Be careful, sir. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, this is Commander Rosen, whoever this is, must be very important, considering his name was in gold. Anyways. A king can tell when he lost his authority by the attitude of his subordinates. But Omega had been sitting on a throne for a long time, and he didn't concern himself with insignificant affairs in his pursuit of true power. What he found truly chilling, what truly terrified him, was that directors of the former board had stolen Dr. Kent away from right under his nose at this critical moment. What could that mean? That they betrayed him and don't care about him anymore? We've been working... I don't know if this is a female. I'm just going to assume it's a female. We've been working together for a long time, Omega. You know the rules of our collaboration. Oh, this is Pi. Yeah, that's from the Realm of Illusion. I know she's a woman. Are you building a great new empire or a sadistic prison? If you want us to help you utilize the media to campaign for you, you need to reveal some of your true plan first. I will seize the Gustav's family descendant, use her body to completely establish an affinity with the tree, activate it, and then harness its powers to intimidate all those who dare to resist me. Our unique biological structure will allow me to infiltrate the infinite realm of consciousness known as Valhalla, transcend Edda, and construct a new world that will bend to my will. I will complete my evolution as a human, ascending to an all-powerful domination in a world where titans exist. And you all can follow my footsteps. After all, there are more trees than just this one in Yaris. I don't want to rain on your parade, but it sounds like the Gustav child is much more important than you in all this. My technology allowed her to be what she is today. I am the one who made her special. Now, is that clear enough for you? All along, Eatchel Gustav was simply insurance that Omega had prepared for himself. At this point, he would do what he wanted to, with or without his insurance. Interesting. Is that right, Director T? Okay, we got Ching Ching, Marion. Okay, we got everybody here. Frisha, Yao, Cherno, Mouseshare, Ceres, and Mita, and we got Director T. Okay, so what's going on? Test was being projected on the tactical tower communicator. Currently, all the Heimdall operatives on standby at the company other than T were in the command room. After more than a month, the battle idols were able to see their beloved adjutant again, even if only through a projection. Despite their excitement and relief, they also appeared solemn and nervous. The person they'd been thinking about day and night still hadn't given them a response. As soon as the call connected, Tess repeatedly assured them the Eatchel was safe. She did her best to explain what she was only temporarily unconscious. That he was only temporarily unconscious due to absorbing too much hydrogen. But they still couldn't calm their nerves. They regretted the fact that they weren't there fighting by his side and protecting him. So Naruse Haru is still missing after she became flooded. And Finny is temporarily incapacitated after trying to save Eatchel. Are you, Eatchel, and Katya Klein the only ones left who could still fight?
The adjutant will wake up. I'll definitely wake him up.
Heh, just tell us orders. Being timid isn't that guy's style. A long silence followed her blunt comment. The people on both sides of the screen might have understood it a while ago, or perhaps they finally recognized it at that moment. Even if they only lost the adjutant temporarily, even for just a second, they had lost their leader and guidance. Continue the attack. Her voice was soft, yet it still surprised everyone present. Her response wasn't nearly as cold as before. In fact, it was laced with a concern that everyone could hear. Keep putting pressure on them. Don't let up for a second. He brought you this far, so you guys should finish Omega off. The company will handle everything else. I'll make sure of it. Interesting. Well, we've been recording for almost 45 minutes, so we will leave it there. And we will continue another day. My voice is dying, and, yeah. So, we'll save it for later. But, thank you for watching, and if you haven't already, subscribe, leave a like, turn on notifications, all that good stuff, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.